few years ago, I showed you how I made a paper scissors that opened and closed, a larger pair of scissors. I'll put a link to that tutorial in the iCard and in the description box below. Tonight I'm going to make some smaller scissors out of paper, and they will open and close. What you'll need for this are some markers and a pen to draw and to mark things with. You'll need a larger pair of scissors to cut with, a utility knife, a straight edge, some sort of a punch. I'm using my crocodile, a strong cardboard. I'm using the side of a Kleenex box. This will be to draw your pattern off on. Scotch tape. I'm just using this to secure my pattern when I'm cutting it. Some double-sided tape. I use that to attach the blade to the scissors. Some small brads, as small as you can find. I got these at the office supply store. They still have a larger shank than what I would like, but just get the smallest one you can find. If you can find them at the scrapbook store or around the scrapbooking supplies, you might be able to find ones that have a smaller shank. You'll need some paper to make the blades with. I am using Tim Holtz metallic paper, and all that is a mirrored paper. He has both gold and silver in here. I am using the gold. And you'll want some patterned paper of some sort. I am using Tim Holtz Christmas pad from 2018 from the craft stock paper. And I like it because of the red and the polka dot for the handles. That's what I made the handles out of. You'll need a pair of smaller scissors or some sort of a pattern that you can make your scissors handles out of. I'm just going to use this to trace around. I will not be using this portion of them. And I also have some vinyl. These are some vinyl scraps that Shannon Green sent when I ordered the custom keeper from her. The reason I'm showing this to you is that you could make your handles out of fabric or cardboard, vinyl, leather, whatever you want. In the same way with your blades, you do not have to use mirrored paper for the blades, but I do because it makes them nice and shiny. So, to get started, what I'm going to do is make some patterns. These are the ones that I used to make these scissors, but I think I'm going to make the handles just a little bit smaller because you can see these are approximately 4 or 5 inches long by the time you get done. I'm thinking I want them about maybe 1.5 inches shorter. So in order to do that, I'm going to shorten this handle. So I'm going to show you how I make the pattern. I'm just going to put these on here. I'm going to use my marker. I like to use this blue Biggie marker. And I'm just going to freestyle hand around the blades, around the handle here. Now I want to cut out the center portions of them here. Get this out of the way. I'm going to take my utility knife. You can use scissors if you want. Use your cutting mat. And I'm going to cut out the center circle here. Be sure that you cut away from your fingers and not toward your fingers so you don't cut yourself. Now we're going to cut some patterns out of the paper, and I like to cut them on the back, and I like to turn my scissors handles upside down. Make sure that they're both front facing the back of your paper. Don't put one with the back facing you and one with the front facing you, because you'll get two handles exactly the same. So put them both like this. Then I just take my marker the two shanks of my handle are approximately the same size, and they are approximately just a teeny bit over a 1/4 inch. The next thing I'm going to do is cut the paper to make the blades, and I'm using that mirror paper, metallic, from Tim Holtz. I'm just lining it up here on my cutting board. And I'm going to take my ruler, my straight edge, and I'm going to go just a teeny bit over a 1/4 inch on this. And cut a piece off, about a 1/4 inch wide. Now with these scissors, I think I'll put it there. Let's make it about 2 3/4 inches long. I want to go a little bit longer with this, maybe about in there. Two and 3/4 inches long. I'm going to secure it with washi tape. Take your ruler, put it from your upper left to your lower right. We're going to cut a diagonal. This takes some practice to get it going nice. Whoops, my washi tape didn't hold. There we go. Got a nice blade there. But it will work. All right. So now we have our two blades. This way and this way. On the left hand one, I'm going to use double-sided tape on the back of my scissors blade here. I'm going to tack the blade to the scissors handle. And on this side, I like to have the straight edge of the blade. This is the diagonal, this is the straight edge. I like to have it on the outside. And you just kind of guess where you want to put it. Sometimes you'll get it where you want it, and sometimes you think, oh, I should have moved it up, but it just comes as playing with it. Now this side will actually have the diagonal going on the outside and the straight edge on the inside. So this one will go right here. I want a little piece of tape. Put a little tape on the bottom of the handle on the back. Double-sided tape. Pull off the backing. And we'll put it right about in there. So now we have our two handles with the blades, and we're going to put them together here. So it's starting to look like a pair of scissors. Now I'm going to mark where I want to put that brad, and I find this to be the hardest part, not marking it, but poking the hole. I can usually get a center hole where I want it by drawing, but poking the hole, again, is another story. So I want it right in there in the center. I'm going to use the smallest hole of my crocodile right there. And I want it to be as much in the center as I can make it. And let's get them put together. You can clip these if you want. I just try to hold them straight. There, that's pretty good. Put it there. And now we need a brad. And you can get scrapbooking brads that have a much shorter shank. I just don't have any on hand. Put your shank of your brad in there. And I like to turn it so that the shank of the brad goes down the blade of the scissors. And then I turn this one so it goes that way. And there's my scissors. And they open and close. How cool is that? So these are a little bit shorter. I'm a little bit happier with these. These have an awful long handle to them. I like the handles being a little shorter. I'm much happier with these. Let's get all of this out of the way here. Let's put this here. You can see this a lot better. Now you could put double-sided tape on here if you're attaching it to your book. Put this pair of scissors in my creative year journal, and I think I'll just make a page. Maybe I'll just art around them. I'll be moving it around when I actually art journal on this page. I just wanted to give you an idea of what they might look like. Let's just attach it down there. So how fun that is. When it's not attached, you can open them, close them this way, which is kind of fun. It's kind of like an interactive piece of art. I'm going to take these and put them in my Society of Idea Collectors. Where shall I put them? I want to put them on my calendar. Today is Thursday. I could put them right here. Oh, it will remind me that I made these scissors on Thursday the 25th. and I think I'll just put them right in like that. There we go. I'll probably come in later and take the edges down. How fun is that? So Society of Idea Collectors, on Thursday the 25th, I made my scissors. Here's my Creative Year Journal. I'll do a page about scissors here probably. How fun is that? Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.